Yo, what's going on, guys? All right. So, as many of you may not know, but I've been contemplating actually about not playing this game anymore. And before we even get into it, I want to let you guys know that I'm pretty open minded and I'm competitive as well. You see what I'm saying? So when this whole buff came out and everything, I was all cool with it and everything until I actually got into it and started playing around and like seeing other people's videos and see what was really going on in terms of like the PvP side of this game, in which that's what I was focused on the most, right? So I don't like to just up and quit things, but I also don't like the fact that, things are being controlled to the point where it's like, it's almost like a handicap. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't like wasting my time at all. Right? So this goes by saying with the whole says win Ryder nerf, right? Now, mind you, I'm not, I'm not some like closed minded person. So the whole thing with Wind Rider, I completely get that. You know what I mean? I get that. Reason being is because you're talking about an artifact that literally had a description of what it was supposed to be doing, and it wasn't doing that. So I can't fault them for saying that it's a bug and they need to change it. I get that shit. You know what I mean? And there are other instances where somebody like what's her name? Biken. Do you remember when Biken came out, right? Biken, where's she at? She had this thing where with her S2 where she was applying bleed. One of the bleeds could not be resisted. And I think if it was also armed with her artifact torn sleeve. And this was not fit in the description. But Smilegate went ahead and said, okay, you know what? We're gonna put in there so one of them can't be resisted. Cool, right? That's a bug fix in the player's way. Like the players got that. Cool. There's something that they gave us. Now the whole thing with Rider is this shit been in the game since the very beginning, even on the Korean server. So it's not something new that Smilegate didn't know about. You know. Then on top of that, you remember when ML Bao was in rotation, right? When ML Bao was in rotation, Mystic Summons, they were given. See how you see our Mintha right here? That has says plus Rin Rider next to it. So they already knew that this was a combination that the players were using. And that's what I had liked about the PvP side of things, is that players can come up with things that work for them, their specific box, and be rewarded for it. Now, Smogate, they're saying that this PvP is moonlight heavy. Like the people who basically have all the moonlights and shit like that are the ones that's gonna like reap the benefits of PvP. Which in my mind, that's silly as hell. What about the other fucking units that you have banners for and shit like that? We just can't use them in PvP because these whales. Because really and truly, ML units, the only way you can get them is from fucking summoning, right? Or buying the fucking pack. So that means this is towards the whales. The whales, of course, are going to have these ML units that specifically are going to conquer in PvP. So when the players came up with this idea, right, of something that they found in the game, which was the Says Oxlox comp that had been in the game for a minute. Well, after Oxlock got buff, right? Been in the game for months. And then they're like, nah, we're gonna nerf that. Not only did they nerf it, it's like the way they did it is like it was bitch made in a sense. You see what I'm saying? Like they nerfed the Rin Rider, knowing that it was nerfing the whole Says cleave, but then we can't get our fucking Molagoras back from the Says. Oh, you can recall the artifact. Like, nigga, what good is that gonna do me? You know what I mean? What about all these fucking Molagoras that I invested in, homeboy? You feel me? Hold on, let me go to skill enhance. Like, what about all the fucking Molagoras I invested in him? You know what I mean? Like, what about all this shit? You know how much I can use that on other heroes? All that shit is just gone now. I can't even get that back. Why can't we recall our fucking says if that's an option? I would like to recall my says because I can't use them the way I used to. You know how much time and grinding and gold and farming that I had to put in to get his gears and his Mologoras to where he is. You know what I mean? I don't like to waste my time. Then on top of that, I like when things are balanced and, they add variety. So them buffing the Arbiter Villager the way they did and things like that, I'm not too mad because, I took some time to internalize to just see how the meta shift and see what's going on in arena. And there are different people, different faces you see now. People who now have a chance to climb even higher because they have said units, right? So now the thing with me that got me so tight that I didn't want to play the game anymore is just the fact that they literally took Vildred, right? They took Vildred's skill. Then they took fucking Auxiliary Lot skill, literally Auxiliary Lot skill, and just let me just go to the hero, and just literally put it all, like the whole kit of those two, into one fucking person. This S2 here into Arbiter Vildred. He literally comes back with 100% with attack increase for 2 turns. That's basically this skill right here. And then, of course, he always had the revive. Then they changed his damage output. So now he's the new cleaver. He's like the new Sez. He's like the new Vildred on Ryder by himself. But it's an ML unit that's doing it. So the only way you can have said unit is if 1, you're lucky, or 2, you're spending money. That is controlling the PvP aspect of the game. That's what I don't like. It's like everything else other players come up with is now just like nah. That's free to play. Y'all have a chance. Nah, the whales are complaining. Y'all can't have that. We gonna nerf this shit and we gonna buff this other shit, and that's it. So if you go to like fucking arena and look at the top players, of course they're gonna have these fucking units. You know what I mean? It makes it 10 times easier for fucking them. It don't make it easier for us. Like, look at this nigga's defense, the #1 guy, my G. Like, look at that shit, bro. Come on, man. Like, why is this the meta changing way? And then that's not even the end. They decided, okay, we're gonna throw a unit in there that's gonna be able to take care of it. You know what I mean? And this is the part that really like ticked me as well. They said, all right, we're gonna create a problem and then we're gonna sell you the fucking solution. We're gonna give you this character, but no. I don't mean just give it to you. You're gonna have to pay for this character. Yeah, you can save up and all type of shit and get lucky summon her, but there's people that you know damn well she is not a limited banner as well, that spend a 600 way more bookmarks and still can't get banner characters, and they just gotta give up. So you gotta pay your way just for the fucking solution, and this is the skill anyway. And I feel like this shit still can be resisted. It's not even 100% guaranteed. But then again, I don't know that. I just feel like it can be resisted. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. I don't fucking know. But at the same time, I feel like if she doesn't get the kill on him anyway, and this is just defense perspective, then, he's still just going to come back and wipe your team. At the end of the day, she still has to be built strong enough to be able to wipe him. And with Crimson and Carmen in there, I don't know how that's going to work out. You see what I'm saying? So they're basically selling you a solution for a problem that they create. And I don't like that shit. They're controlling the game so much, and it's like the players can't really have her say or come up with ideas of their own. It's just these certain units you gotta have, and that's how you can compete. I don't like that shit, bro, one bit. I don't like that shit at all. That's fucked up. I don't know if it's the millennial in me or some shit, but I don't like to be controlled like that. That's some fuck shit. Then on top of that, not to mention, you still have problems like energy and shit. Like, these niggas won't even give us full fucking energy. Now I feel like, yeah, I'm nitpicking, but it's shit like that. That's why I even went the PvP route. Is because I'm just wasting energy just trying to farm and 6-star shit. And it's like, well, I want to do other things as well, because that get boring. And I was enjoying the PvP aspect. All of a sudden, they're like, nah, nigga, what you the players found, we're just gonna cut it out, nerf it, and just buff these other characters. Mind you, some of these characters have no counter. Like people that have Dark Corvus, yo, if you have fucking Asaria, Tamarine, Dark Corvus, it's like you can beat any fucking defense. And why don't they fucking address these things? These players, like they this literally like an unfair advantage if you have certain units. It's crazy to me. Nerf these fucking units. Why keep buffing them to some crazy aspect? Like, look at Judge Kisei. That's a buff done right. I keep saying that because it's not OP cheap. She still can be resisted with her strip and everything. You see what I'm saying? But these other units, it's like guaranteed that they're gonna fucking murder you. Nerf the shit, bro. Don't keep buffing dumb shit and then try to sell us the solution. And other players who already have these units, they ain't gonna say nothing because they already have it. But players that don't, they're gonna understand. There's a lot of free-to-play players out there that can't deal with shit like this. It's like there's players literally that cannot attack this defense because of one unit only. They have no chance in hell of beating this dude. And that, in my opinion, that's crazy to me. Why would I want to play some shit like that? Something that's so controlled by you have to spend money to actually get here. Nah, man, I ain't with this shit. You feel me? I ain't with this shit. I was fortunate enough to summon certain of these OP units, you know what I mean? Without spending a lot. I can't even say I'm a whale. Not even close to being a whale in this game, and I feel like Smilegate is looking at the whales and like, well, that's not fair, we want to give the whales an advantage in PvP, and it's just like that's disgusting, man. You're not going to get very far because people are going to lose morale and not want to play. Just like myself, it made me not want to play this fucking game. I had to literally take some time off and just like internalize on what I want to fucking do about this game. Because I invested my time. I don't like to waste my time, but I was enjoying the PvP. That was my thing. None of this PvE shit. PvP was my fucking thing, man. It's just I like everyone else buff but Arbiter Vildred. I felt like his buff is cool, is good, but I just don't like the 100% increase. It's like it's hard to deal with, you know what I mean? Dark Harvest already was like a motherfucker that had no true counter. Now they're gonna try to sell us the counter for Arbiter Vildred. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. We came up with the MO solution as well, was the Oxalot and Sez and shit like that. And they ain't like that. The whales complain that other people have a chance. That's what I feel, man. Dumb shit, man. Dumb shit. Dumb shit. So, in conclusion, to be honest, I'm still like leaning towards like not wanting to play this game. I'll be honest with you. Even with this little TOA bullshit they got from Summoners War, just like running through it and shit like that. It's not as rewarding as PvP. I'm competitive. I want to compete with other players. Like, like that's what I want to do. I don't want to fucking be just doing PvE because I have no chance to fight these motherfuckers, man, that spend so much money and have these crazy units. I don't like that. I like the variety, dog. I like the variety. ML Chloe, cool. The buff is nice. I have no problem with that. But this whole Arbiter Villager shit, and then give them like a whole week and some change to run rampant so then they can nerf it. What? Nigga, what? By giving us one unit. One unit. You need this one unit. Because everybody else is just like, they ain't cutting it, bro. And if you mess up, that's your ass. They get such a freebie. Not cool, man. Not cool. Make this shit fair. I'm a gamer. I understand what's fair and unfair. That's why with the whole Sez thing, I get it. I get it. Ryder was broken. All right, fine. Take that away. Make it work the way in the description it said it was supposed to work. But at the same time, don't just hit me with the recall of that shit. Nigga, what about my Sez? You know this shit work with Sez. You put says in Win Ryder when we was fucking trying to summon for the ML Bow, right? When people were spending money, right? They know what the fuck they're doing, man. They trying to control us, the players. We're supposed to be the ones that can control the game, not fucking them. We're the ones that's supposed to come up with this shit. Come on, dog. I don't like shit like that, B. I really don't. So, I don't know. I'm still leaning towards like not wanting to play this shit. Like for real, for real. Like I might just be casual here just to see what will happen, you know, because like I said, I have an open mind, so I want to see what will happen. I want to see if they're gonna release other shit that's gonna be able to dominate or be able to counter said bullshit. If not, if they're really leaning towards just the PvP just literally being moonlight crazy, and when they release shit, that's the new meta every time, I'm done. I'm dead ass done. That's so dumb. That's so dumb because you have to pay to get these units. Come on, man. But other than that's it for this one, man. Like, that's how I'm feeling about this game. Like, morale is starting to shoot down, bro. It really is. Smilegate, fix your fucking shit, bro. Fix your shit, man.